Hey everyone, TonyScapone here, coming to you live at the Epic Storm. We're going to be playing something a little bit different tonight. It's Saga Storm, but it's Rakdos. It's got Goblin, Welder, and Bolas's Citadel, baby. So just give me a few minutes, get the word out on Discord and Twitter, and we'll be right back. Alright, hey everybody, super excited tonight because this is such a fun deck. I love playing this. It's been a while since I have played it. Haven't done any major updates, just thought it would be really fun to run it back. It's been a while, like I said, and we do have Chaos Defiler, which will be interesting, and I'm going to be playing a Lightning Greaves. Sometimes it feels cute, sometimes it is exactly what you want. There's a lot of really good things that we can do. It helps mitigate the, fragility that Welder can have, especially in a Bowmaster's world. So basic idea is a Saga Storm deck. Instead of Ad Nauseam, we're playing Bolas' Citadel, and we're able to put it into play either through traditional means where we just use tutors and a ton of mana, or of course, if we get it into the graveyard, we can cheat it in with Goblin Welder. Welder can do all sorts of funky stuff as well with Candy Trail, Experimental Synthesizer, Wishclaw Talisman. You can activate whole priority and then swap it out with Welder, so that's pretty cool. And then we just have some protection spells, some discards, some defense grids. We have an Echo, just so that our construction is not stale. We can keep things spinning. If something goes to the graveyard, it's not there forever and gone for good. We even have an Entomb, right? So that makes our black tutors able to put Bolas' Citadel into the graveyard. So if you're hellbent, you can Infernal Tutor for Entomb, put in the graveyard in the event that you have a Goblin Welder. And then a card in and of itself is not terrible when you have an Echo. In fact, oftentimes it's just going to be really good. So kind of the usual Black Saga Storm win cons where we kill them with Tendrils. We have a Singleton Burning Wish to get to our sideboard, Tendrils, and a Peer into the Abyss. And then the sideboard just has a few targets for Burning Wish, but mostly a lot of these are still to be brought in post board for removal. And then, of course, we have the Leyline Helm combo, which is nice. And we have the new, at least the Moto, Chaos Defiler. So, I'm stoked. I'm ready. Let's get pumped and jam some games. I do, of course, want to thank our sponsors, Moxfield Card Hoarder and KMC. And I do want to mention that I myself have my own YouTube. In fact, anything that you're searching, any platform that you're searching me on, it's always going to be one word, TonyScapone. But I have a YouTube, I have a Twitch, I have a Patreon with various lists, guides, articles, that sort of thing. And I'm going to need all the support I can get. I will be going full-time in just over a month, so stoked for that, obviously. Oh, and check out, started a new podcast, fairly new at least. We're We have 6 episodes out. Brews of Paradise. That's Brews of Paradise. That's myself. Punishing Waterfalls, Kill a Bee, and Newton. You can find it on all major platforms, so go check that out. But let's jam some games, alright? I'll see you all in round 1.
Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game.
Okay, so already crushing our opponent. We rolled a 6, they rolled a 1. Huge W. So the fun thing to do is to play Welder. I think the better thing to do is to just imprint Welder, get our Saga out turn 1, and play Grid or Wishclaw. Probably Grid, so I'm going to keep this. It's good. It's doing like the Saga Storm thing, where you're presenting multiple problems at once on the first turn. Of course, you can't actually play Wishclaw at turn 1 since we don't have black, but it's okay. I wanted to play Grid anyways. Let's get that hopefully in. Okay, it's in. Not necessarily always a good thing. Sometimes that just means you're going to be met with disruptive stuff outside of Force of Will. Wasteland, okay. All right. I mean, that's not terrible, right? Do we get the basic swamp? I think we do. See much reason not to. We already have a non-wastelandable. Like we now have both of our colors, wasteland proof. Our Wishclaw's in. Now we're just hoping to draw more mana. We don't have ad nauseum, so even if we draw an LED here, we can't actually go off. Well, this is 1 more mana, and it's not quite an I win button as frequently as ad nauseum is. Let's see what we can do here. I mean, Cannon Drill is not bad at all. Let's go use our black since we have another one. Both. So they are a blue deck, which is good for us considering we already have a Grid in play. They only have 1 mana. Wasteland kind of hurt them a little bit, and we have another defense Grid. Aiden in the chat, what's going on? I think I'm gonna bottom both of these. I mean, we could play another Wishclaw. But it's just a really risky way to go about putting Bolas into play, like giving them 2 Wishclaws. I'd rather just find some mana, a Saga. The Cabal Therapy wasn't terrible either, but we're already way ahead of them as far as defense goes. I don't think we need any more protection. That's interesting. It makes Welder a pretty decent draw, so that's good. I think I'd rather have red up here. I do want to play Welder if I draw it. That's fine. Mana's mana. Lightning Greaves. Now I wouldn't mind having a second Wishclaw. I can do some funky things with it. Well, that's pretty brutal. Okay, now we really want a Welder. Well, I will say, every time they wasteland us, they get further and further underneath these grids. Oh man, we just immediately draw it. Immediately draw it. Love it. Power up. think I'm just gonna end step it though. I'm gonna put Wishclaw into play on end step. Hopefully they use up mana so that I can just swap one of these grids that I won't necessarily need. If they just hold up 3 mana, then I'll probably have to swap this vault. But then we can start doing some broken things. So they did tap mana. It's good for us. Touch my welder. Swap grid. Wishclaw. Untap. So we can't quite do the thing yet. But we can go. We're gonna hold priority. Swap with Wishclaw with this Candy Trail. We don't get the scry, obviously. I mean, we can draw one of these. I guess I will. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna draw a land. Or Wishclaw goes off. Then we get. I think it's LED. It's either LED or the Bolas. Get LED. We'll play the land. Wobble. Wobble you. Ravis in the chat. What's going on? Gonna draw. Synthesizer's pretty good. Like pretty good, I mean really good. We can just draw some mana. We should be able to put a Bolas into play. And kill Greaves. Wither Bloom command, it seems like. For 25, which is relevant for Bolas. Sure. Yeah. A bummer, especially if they have removal. Yep. Looks sweet. I've got to get my kids settled and ready for bed. I'll catch up. They're down. Cool, cool, cool. Oh man, that made Murktide huge, and they're drawing a card. Bummer. Alright, I'd like to draw really just Echo at this point. Like, I need a high velocity play right now. Alright. Please. Synthesizer, please. Synthesizer, please. Okay. It's not perfect, but let's go get Echo. And spin it. Have a land drop. Give me the goods. Give me the goods. Deck isn't necessarily fantastic at converting echoes, and now we just made this a 12/12. This is 3 welders. All right. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one to pull off. I think they got us. One's ransom. Really care about any of these? I guess, like, right? It's either we're killing them next turn or not. Let's go. Here you go. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have given them the opportunity to put 3 instant / sorceries in their graveyard. Yeah. That was a mistake. Now they just play another Murktide. That was a big mistake. I mean, odds of us actually pulling off some sort of win here are astronomically low anyways, but this, like, almost ensured our death. Assured. Yeah. They had to have Fetchland and Murktide, but we gave it to them on a silver platter. Okay, so bug beans. I mean, it's gonna be tough. Play Fatal Pushes. I mean, they hit Bowmasters. If I knew for sure that they weren't playing Collector Roof, I don't think I would bring them in. But in case they are, and the failsafe is that it will have targets, probably play them. Still doesn't feel great. Nothing really that I want to take out for it. I can, like, I'm an IT. Well, Wishclaw is actually pretty bad too with the Wither Bloom commands. That was tough. We had a pretty nice setup there, but we just couldn't draw mana. It's reasonable enough. It's a bummer we don't have red. Emulgent. Giving us a chance over there, OP. Land on top. Let's play our basic and just pass it over. Alright. At least we gotta play. Still no red source is kind of a bummer. Play Wishclaw. Now, we could have just, like, IT'd and copied LED. Oh, wow, they're going to force this. I like that. I like that a lot. Like, best case scenario for us. This land is annoying. Only got 4 cards. Still got some stuff going on. Ooh, baby. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for the long con here, which is IT copy Saga. Our hand is so, like, unfinished. I don't really see it coming together through disruption that they may have. Or rather, I think it would be easier for them to get disruption to stop what the rest of this hand is trying to do. Oh, we'll just play some sagas. It'll create tokens. They got to deal with the tokens, and then these sagas are going to replace themselves with a candy trail, bauble, and if we need it, red source if we need it. Would like to see a red source. We've got some inevitability going here. Much rather not have Bolas in my hand, but that's where it is. Opponent still with only 4 cards, making land drops. Sauron's Ransom would be scary. Opal was good. Play that. Get in with Welder. Definitely puts pressure on whatever they plan on using to deal with these tokens. Or rather, it may. It is likely to put pressure on those cards. Something like Deed would just be pretty much lights out, right? This is... I expected this. Alright, make some tokens. Be making a lot of tokens. Ew. That's a bummer. Only have 2 cards. Definitely a bummer. Cards, 2 cards, 2 cards. I'm gonna go in. I mean, maybe I shouldn't yet, because they're gonna chump, right? Initially, my thought process was, and it's probably correct, if they have Deed, we're just, like, we're not coming back from that. Might as well get in, but not really true unless there's actually a chance that we are gonna get in. Yeah, shocker, right? What a surprise, a Bowmaster. As I like to call him, Bowman Jamerson. This is a Murktide. Only a 4/4. No tokens. Slightly missed on opportunity. Candy trail is pretty sweet. Let's get some candy. We like candy. Tomb is this thing. We got a Bowman across the table though. I mean, that's a Welder plus Entomb. But we already have Citadel in hand, so we don't need Entomb. I mean, Welder's probably not gonna get in, but I'll leave it on top. Or alright. We get in. They had Deed, but they've used Force of Vigor on the sagas. That seems like an odd play. No, but they have Deed in their deck, and they have cantrips that find cards in their deck. Just simply stating that we're dead to Deed. Alright, and they're dead to 8/8s. I keep it the same. I can play a... Seems kind of loose, though. They are attacking their resources. It's going to be difficult to... I mean, honestly, if I really wanted highest chances of winning, I should probably just be taking Welder out. But Welder's super sweet. I'm not trying to do that, you know? Yeah, no. We trying to weld a house here. See, one of the weaknesses of this deck is it doesn't have that many red sources. Let's see what's on top here. This is actually kind of cute. Oh yeah, free pedal. Not necessarily free. I do have to imprint my welder, but going to do so. Four, five, six, seven. We could 14 them. Really like to be able to do some welder stuff this league. There's some dirty things that you can do with welder. Does deck want to surveil land? Of course, but you can only play 14 lands, 4 of which are sagas, 5 of which are artifact lands. There's just no room. I have 1 fetch. I have 3 duels, 1 swamp, 1 fetch. You could change the mana base to have less artifact lands. Would it be better? Maybe. Thought about it briefly. 4, 6, I mean... I think it's worth going for here. We can play around days with this LED. If it doesn't get there, we have pretty nice fair plan in the works. Please get there. Just get in. Just get in there. I mean, you've cast Brainstorm and Ponder, so it's probably not getting in. But would have been sweet. Yeah, we have had the swamp pretty often. Ugh. All right. No, come on. Why do you gotta have the perfect cards? Land? Okay. I don't think we can afford to spew this synthesizer. I think we're on low enough resources right now where we need to eke out some value. I don't think the 2/2 is going to be like game breaking. We would like to draw into a welder. Problem is it probably dies. See, that would have been a waste. Might still be a waste. Fence grid, yeah. Ugh. I don't think we can afford to play that. Activated only as a sorcery. I was checking to see if it said like only on your turn, because if that were the case, I should have used it in my upkeep. Or too much. I mean, either way, this is bad, right? Like, putting this grid into play and having to use LED and ditch this card in our hand is pretty bad. But also, like, just missing completely on this is also really bad. Okay. Our dude has Vigi. Bowman, do it. Alright, we gotta hope they don't have a second Bowman. Or removal. Please, please, please. Let me have it. Bruh. Just let me have it. The fun police have arrived. Okay. We need another welder. Come on. Okay. Ponder on top. Pretty close to scooping. Did shuffle the ponder. 3, we go 16. Lands. Four, 5, 6, 7. Three, 4, 8. Probably the only somewhat reasonable route to victory would be if we drew Burning Wish plus some sort of castable. So we can go Tendrils into Burning Wish Tendrils. So that is lethal if I draw Burning Wish and they don't have any counter magic left. E10. Why does YouTube have a lotion emote? You know. Because it puts the lotion in the basket or else it gets the hose. That's why. Alright, that was tragic. Almost did the thing. Not quite. Almost there. We will have better luck in the next round. I'll see you there.
Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks.
All right, we are back against Ford 0076. We've won the die roll. We're on the play. We have a reasonable hand, so I'll keep. I'm going to play the Badlands, so next turn I can play Saga Wishclaw. Pass it over. The old bobble. Roll of as a doom. We are likely in danger. Yep. It's like we're playing against the Menace. Take a Wishclaw. Do they have the reanimate? I mean, of course they have the reanimate. Kind of a question is that. They do not. Wow. That's okay. They'll have Entomb reanimate. Or Entomb animate dead. We go for Welder. Force of Will. Yep. Archon. Brutal. Oh. It's a good draw. Animate dead. Oh, sorry. I didn't change the record box. We are 0-1. We didn't quite do the thing. Came close. We won a game. But now we are playing against the Menace. I think we're going to have to echo. Hope for the best. Yeah, now we're playing against this. This is just dumb. That's a good draw. We're going in. The thing is, we know they have a force. Not getting any better. I hope they don't have any blue cards. We have another Citadel, you could hard cast it. Yeah. We don't. Wow, they didn't have any blue cards. Force of Will, no blue cards. But we drew nothing. It's always good. Come on, Candy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 4. If Tendrils is there, 6, 7, 8, 9, it won't kill them. Don't worry. Probably shouldn't even played that, but whatever. I don't know they have force. They shuffled on end step. Did they shuffle it away? I thought they didn't have a fetch. Is there a trash for treasure? No, I used to have it in the sideboard. But I literally never used it. It always feels like you can play it, but there's always a better play, is what I found. I literally didn't. I think I went through like 3 leagues, just didn't cast it once. I mean, technically I'm supposed to candy trail here. We have a chance. Like, we're gonna have potentially a grit. because they're at 22, doesn't do it. And don't have an echo in the sideboard. However, I do have a pier next turn. This might win us the game. Depends what happens with this Wishclaw. I mean, if they just like put a Bowmaster, that's gonna be a problem. But we're gonna put that on top. We're gonna play a grid. Double dazing. Three, 4, 7. Makes Burning Wish like useless. We have to let this go. No, we don't have enough mana since we played grid. Close. Now we're gonna have 3, 4, 7, 8, 11. And they can't play Bowmasters. We have a chance here. I mean, they might still have a force, but yeah, very unlikely. Get 2 draws here. Oh, as if they like ponder or something, but that's pretty good. All right, moment of truth. Is this game easy? Nope, it's super hard. Game is pretty difficult. You got me. I'm hoping we just drew into Citadel. Oh, this is the last thing I want to play against, right? Alright, so Helm. Leyline. It's really all that's worth playing. Again, I should remove Welder, right? Not sure that I want to, though. Probably reduce Welder. Because if I want it, I'm gonna want it alongside Lightning Greaves. Play fewer copies. Myself more time to put these 2 cards together. Ricky Maru in the chat. Helm win con. I suppose we could just take Tendrils out since we have Helm. Sand is pretty good. Guess I wait on the bauble. Oh, it does the thing. I have many a 4/1s with this deck. It's just tough in this grief freaking Bowmaster's world. Yep. Bruh. Opal Saga. Gonna mitigate Bowmasters as opposed to playing around discard. They left animate deads in their deck, so that's good for this leyline situation. Thoughtseize is not the worst. No wasteland. Thank you. I don't think I play this Thoughtseize. Like, it's not gonna nab a bowman anyways. It might nab if they have two of them. But Animate Dad's a dead card. And then we can't hit the bowman, so that leaves two other cards. We can Thoughtseize next turn, right? Ridiculous, man. Just ridiculous. Definitely should have attacked with that, in my opinion. Keep drawing the Tendrils. We have Tendrils in our hand, like, the first few turns so consistently. I don't want Candy Trail. I burn the ritual. No. You just get Opal. Thought sees them. I think Candy Trail's better. Card selection without drawing cards. Bolas. Only have 4. In 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6. We could Bolas next turn. We have to make a land drop to do it. I mean, that's got to be the play, right? I mean, honestly, we're probably just beating them on the ground. Shouldn't go for it. I'll wait. Yeah, I was probably supposed to bottom that. I was forgetting that we like have a real chance of winning this game. Okay. Sees you. Yeah, now we're just one shy of doing it. We just take grief. Guess maybe it's force. One's gonna be grief. I'd rather not get discarded. 5 5s. You can trade their whole team for one of these. Probably gonna do some chumpers. Two, 3. I could 6 them. Sixty while I still can. No. I'm gonna assume they're gonna take one of these hits. Then I can 2 them. Or 4. Whatever. 2 storm. And a panda. Shuffle the panda. Yep. They plan on taking a hit. Bolas. Then get in. Right. Just as we drew it up. They found a blue card. I guess they can go to 1. But they did not. Hey, we got him. Easy game. Keep it going. Another welder. I'm gonna leave the Greaves. We run into it. We can tutor for welder. It is really good with saga tokens. This card is really good with saga tokens. Instead of make a token, wait next turn, attack, 2 turns, 1 token attack. It can potentially be make a token, attack, next turn, make a token, attack with 2. That's 3 constructs as opposed to 1 attacks. I mean, I think we just have to keep these, right? This one's great. But you can't afford to mulligan against them. You just can't. Like, obviously, if you have to, you have to, but they're just, the reanimation portion of their deck is so strong. The tempo portion of their deck is so strong. And it's difficult to have a chance when you have high resources. They drew a blue card. They... No reanimate for you. All right, I want to draw maybe a land. Black land. Doom. Not a good draw. Not a good draw at all. This is for if we have Welder in play, or if Echo is in our deck. We have one of each right now, and both of them are not in those zones. May at some point therapy ourselves, but certainly not there right now. Okay. Ugh, if only this were a black land. We could make both tokens. Okay. I mean, we might just win with tokens again. I will say, if they don't hit their wastelands, like, tokens are a big problem for them. Even just having one here is going to be pretty decent, I think. Especially if they don't have Bowmasters. Cast an Entomb to thin your deck. Brainstorm, that's a little bit better. I mean, if they show, like, no Bowmasters, like, we have a double protected Echo next turn. I will say that. Maybe I shouldn't. Just shouldn't make a token. This is our only black source, and it will allow us to get LED. It's a little bit problematic if they counter Dark Ritual. But I'm gonna go for it. Hopefully we hit a black source. Did. Kind of a bummer. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, ritual. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Echo is great against him, but we have a ton of resources. Could make a token, then double therapy. They're gonna play a Bowmaster. We still name Bowmaster if they play one. Second one would be good. Honestly, don't know what to do. I think I'm just gonna go for an Echo here. If they have a Bowmasters, they're playing it. There's not much reason not to. You don't have double Cabal Therapy, so we are priced into naming Force of Will. Not as though Bowman is like game over if they have it. It's gonna take 7. We're kind of priced into winning on the spot here anyways. Yes. The Bowman. Nitro Blast. Okay. Yeah, I'll play. I don't want to draw all my fetchables. Well, there's 4 of them. I guess that's not going to happen. So let's spin it. I mean, Storm 4 be for 5 mana. Yeah, we have protected lethal now. Xaxes. Love it. Don't care if they counter this. Counter this, they're dead. The days I definitely play. Pay 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. We got oh, it's just in. Oh man. Well, that's how we do it. how we do it. Who said this deck was a problem? Deck is easy. Sweet! We beat the menace. The menace that is Rescaminator. We are 1-1. Going round 3.
With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? We've made it simple to do so by including a button to rent the entire deck at theepicstorm.com/deck.
Oh, the clip of me saying the deck is easy, as I've been very vocal about it being a problem. Okay. All right. I'm in. You've convinced me, deck. You've convinced me this is a reasonable hand. Not perfect. Need to draw Opal. Can we please, we play Magic? This is not, guess it's Magic. Where's Aloro when you need him? Tell you it's Magic. And just, you know there's a Bowmaster. You know it. Disappointed. Going Welder. Ready. Ready to get slammed. They forced it. Okay. All right. Easy. I guess they don't have a Bowmasters. Thank you, Aiden. Right, technically, so far, we don't know this is Rescaminator. It could be Doomsday. You know, there's a few things it could be. It most likely is. It's not a bad draw. What would they still have in their hand? Other Force. Daze. More lands. They could have put a Bowmaster into their hand. I think I just play Wishclaw here. I think the order of operations here is like Wishclaw into Grid. Therapy. I hope they don't have Wasteland, we draw another land, we run them over. But it's not what's going to happen. They're going to Entomb Reanimate. Ha ha ha, my deck is broken. Good luck, have fun. Animate dead. Whatever. Right? Yep. And lands? Not a chance. It's like all creatures, though. So, 2 Bowmasters, there's 2 Griefs, there's 2 Reanimates. They chose Island, Reanimate, Entomb, Grief. Island, Reanimate, Doom. Brief means no troll. Bowman, no troll. Then they griefed, pitching, and tomb. They have island, reanimate, 2 unknown. Next turn, they're going to get to reanimate. Like a turn behind. I considered playing Saga turn 1 to accelerate to. He would have been in a better position here. So we're getting discarded again. Doing Wishclaw. Can you just not have another thing? Can you just please, please, begging you. Stop it. It hurts. So we have 5, 3 minutes. If we draw LED, we can Bolas. Oh, right. Kind of forgot about this. Never mind. Never mind. More things. More things. Right, they have 1 unknown. Take IT, we take 6. We go to 14, then we take 9. We'll wind up at 5. We do have sequences of draws. It's like drawing Echo and Tomb. Wish is close. But I think still have to get LED. Only card that's going to give us a chance here. We have to draw either Entomb or Echo next turn. OP, can we please just... The 1 card you drew was... Okay. Panda. A little panda. Yeah, we do not have an Echo on our sideboard, so we draw a red source that's not going to do it for us. We could feed the swarm and kill ourselves. That's probably respectable. Right, they shuffled. They have a 3rd land. What are the odds they have days? 100%. Actual 100? All right, Echo, let's go. Come on, Echo, we deserve it. Bummer. I guess I don't want to show them that. Let's see. Dead. Raisin B. Okay, here we are again. I sound unenthused, also unapologetic. Alright, let's take the welders out like that. Did last time. And an opal and a chrome box. Right, and then we just played the fatal pushes in place of a bauble. Can I trim one of these? Sure, I'll play 1 push. Matchup is easy. They got lucky. Like our best matchup. This is our best matchup. They got unlucky. Other excuse can we use? Got the epic gamble in my hand. Okay, I mean, not great, but it's got Leyline. We got a Saga, we get some other land drops. This is good against a lot of the things that they're doing. Can even get a basic. It's kind of in the nose. Right in the teeth. Alright, reanimate and animate dead are dead. I think we just take grief here. They have to do some cantripping. Yep. Let's get it out there. Just in case you need some shuffling noises. Island Ponder. Island Ponder, huh? That's a keep in some people's book. Let them use dead cards somehow. They did not shuffle. They did not do anything else, so I get some sort of permission. Or, like, they need a land drop, they need a black source. Or a wasteland. A lot of stuff they could have kept there. Still just gonna run these out. Put over. B-Storm action. Fetch land, that's disappointing. Animate dead and reanimator probably gone. At least animate dead. No wasteland though. That's good. Synthesizer, huh? I think I just want bigger constructs. Question is LED or Opal? So far it's looking like Opal, but LED is the highest velocity thing. They bend a troll. Oops, I'm F6ing. Don't do that. Don't do that. Make tokens. Just, and then this, and then this. And then this. This. You're gonna do this. Doesn't do anything. Just can't catch a break. Alright, draw Dark Ritual, please. Alright, we deserve it. You gotta give us that. Definitely deserve it. It's ridiculous. Please. I mean, that's bad. Now we get some card selection thanks to Candy Trail, by the way. Thank you. No, thank you. Really hoping to draw land. Badlands would be perfect. Like, your deck is already broken. Did you really have to draw into the card or even play the card that just says, oh, most of your deck does nothing. LOL. Good luck, have fun. What do you got? A petty theft? Okay, alright. That's what I asked for. Is what I asked for. Now I'd say we're favored. I mean, nice null rod. You're a nerd. Get wrecked. Because we're not. I'm not a nerd. I'm not doing anything that would suggest that I'm a nerd. You got a lot of lands. You gotta give him that. Yeah! Nice null rod. Love it. Another Badlands too. Right. Yeah, we're not nerds. Only nerds play null rod. We're cool people. Doing cool stuff. Kinda like Coolio. You're convinced. Probably cut Tendrils. I'll leave it. Cool people play Karn. False. That's been disproven for sure. False. Disrespectfully, false. I guess we keep this. Karn is a garbage can for garbage people. Well said. That's is that like a poem or something? I feel like I've heard that. I feel like that's like an acclaimed phrase. There's just something beautiful about that. You have a way with words, Bryant. Thank you. Thank you for that. We're gonna play some things. We're gonna do some stuff. And we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna extend our range of information as to mitigate the effects of the Thoughtseize bug. Okay, so I mean, they're doing that. Maybe I should have candy trailed first as well. I just get all sorts of information. Yeah, I was definitely supposed to candy trail first. I'm drawing. This is exploitable. Definitely exploitable. Okay. We're gonna get wastelanded, and then we're gonna have 3/6. I think we're gonna have enough to make use of this. What? It's down. We can make 6 goblins. I don't think that's gonna do it. I also just hope we keep drawing more mana. 2 wastelands, 1, 3, 6. I hope we draw 3 lands before they draw something relevant. I don't think we can keep. Need a black tutor. I was forgetting we have that. That's pretty good. An extra draw. Not that Leyline was great, but Wasteland's in. Gonna waste this yet? As long as they never draw a Bowmaster. Yeah. Good luck with that, right? Or play a creature. I think I'm supposed to play this ley line. Like, it shuts off this Murktide. You can't draw into any sort of reanimation spells, really. It also makes Helm a good draw, and Black Tutors better draws. Now you wasteland me? Oh, to get cards in the graveyard? Okay. Okay. They can Murktide. Dude, it's not going to be that big. 5/5? Sure. Okay. I think we're going. Tony, match 1, game 1 when you Wishclaw and have Welder in play and weld out the Wishclaw. Is it worth just using Wishclaw for Entomb? Entomb for Bolas. Weld Bolas into play with 22 life. Probably. I haven't played this deck in a while. That is the reason the Entomb is in the deck. It is entirely possible I will miss that I missed that line. It sounds like I did. Try to be more cognizant of it moving forward. Come on. You're the one card that you drew was a force. Can we just be serious for a second? Like, can we be serious? I don't think we can. I don't think the opponent is capable of being serious. It's just the joke. It's just a big joke being played on us. Duncan 90, just Duncan. Just Duncan. I don't mean they're a joke. They're playing well. But this deck is a clown. Thank you, Aiden. I appreciate your reminder. It is magic. It is magic. Matthew with the follow-up. Just wasn't sure if you figured chance of blanking was too high on Bolas. The TonyScapone always playing combo at 100% to us. No, I do miss things, right? You won't really see me miss things with something like the Epic Gamble, just because I'm, at this point, probably well over 5,000 reps with the deck. I'm not infallible with the deck. It's just extremely rare that I'm going to miss, like, some sort of line, right? If you were to play this deck X amount of times, you're just always going to see that line. It's a pretty standard line. It's why I put the card. I've, you know, foreseen the line. It's why those cards. It's why there is an entomb in the deck. I even said it in the deck tag so that a black tutor can put Bolas in your graveyard when you have a welder in play. And we just didn't do it. Just didn't see it. All right, we are 1 in 2. Thank you for that reminder, Matthew. Maybe we will do it on one of these next 2 matches. Let's get that 3-2. See you in the next one.
Want early access to articles at theepicstorm.com? Become a member of our Patreon to get articles 7 days early, on top of other sweet benefits, and help us pay our website team. You can sign up at patreon.com/theepicstorm.
V2 believers, hype. Let's get that money. Let's get that extremely small portion of money. And let's make it rain. A couple of $1 bills. Let's make it rain. A couple of $1 bills. All right. This deck is shuffled. This is the Epic Gamble. And our hand has a lot of mana. And that's it. Alright. This is probably not good enough. I think we gotta throw this one back. I do like having a turn 1 welder, but why is it every time you throw back a medium hand, the next one's just even worse? This is a turn 1 Bolas, I believe. If we draw a mana source. You can't ask for too much more in a mold of 5. Salesman and Tony really came out there for a sec. The funny part, you might not know this about me, I am kind of an introvert, right? Like, ooh, okay, so we did, dude, are we playing, are we doing it again? Are we playing against this again? You can't even afford to wait. Like, I like being connected with people, right? But I really don't like, I'm fairly antisocial. I'll put it that way. But streaming is like the perfect way to interact where like I don't really have to. I mean, we're going in there, right? You just like we can wait around, but we're just gonna get griefed. You can't win, or you can if you don't have to mold to 5. Okay, all right. Salt. Let's get salty. How salty can he get? Alright, ley lines. Helm. Let's just do that. Yeah, let's just stop it with the fatal push, right? On the play, I guess I want this Chrome Mox. Opal's a pretty inconsistent card. Speaking of anti-so... Because WotC has stream snipers adjusting the knobs at Moto headquarters to screw you over for content. Speaking of antisocial, Alex, Mog, and I are hosting a vintage cube draft WPI with their proxy cube sometime next month. We have an open slot if you feel like making the trek out to Worcester. Yeah, I'm down. I'm definitely down. 3-2 gets a chest. Could be a $50 ring or something. And 3-2s pay better than 5-0s. Wait for that sweet chance at variance. I mean, I usually sell chests, but I suppose if we wind up 3-2ing and we get one chest, we could open it on stream. Be a bunch of college students you don't know who have no experience playing a cube, and the prize is the Lord of the Rings box topper gemstone caverns. I don't know what that is necessarily, but like a fancy gemstone caverns. Sand is Dees. I'm gonna call it Dees. I think I open with Arnold Tutor. We're just gonna try to slam a bunch of Urza sagas. Now we're hoping to draw. Rollmox is actually, I think, our best draw here. Worth like $60. Nice. It depends when that is. I might be in Florida. I'm gonna be in Florida from the 16th through the 23rd. And then this is my last day working, selling cars. When I come back, I'll take a little break and then it'll be full time. Plan, at least. Well, we can get a Chrome Mox from the saga if it goes to fruition. I love ramming this into days, but I do feel like we should be doing something every turn. And this is the only thing that we can do. Thank you. Brainstorm. Putting before they days. They're trolling, lol. Okay. Nothing super scary just yet, so that's good. No entomb. I will go tap with this one. Yeah, I think I get Chrome Mox. Imprint. Play Saga. Play Candy Trail. Secondary market for chess, yeah. You always crack them and sell the cards. Yeah, you can just sell the chess. For the most part, you get a little more EV if you're selling the cards. So if you want to go through the coin process and you are going to use it to play, and it's pretty good. I think I like this grid. I think we can pull off this ley line. I don't like that grid. Am I doing saga stuff? Well, I think I can, like... This land is annoying. One. Okay. Alright, that makes me like grid. Well, maybe not. Only priced into grid now. This resolves we're in pretty good shape. Very unlikely to. Can we just catch a break once? Preferably more than once, but hey, we're in there. Wow. So they're probably going to Entomb Reanimate. But at least they'll be behind a grid, and we're popping off here. They didn't wasteland us. Okay. Maybe not even. Been to Force of Will. Love to see it. Animate a troll. Also love to see it. You're at 9. Oh yes, we're doing it. All right. We have lethal. It's such a bummer if we have lethal, man. 8. 6, 4. I think we have lethal. So 8 mana. The 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we put them to 1. Okay, good. We can Bolas. Yeah, we get to Bolas. Can also get in for 7, put Wishclaw into play. Oh yes, then it is lethal. Bummer. Now they have to block. It's lethal. It's a force block now. Yeah. Right. It's your turn. Does that mean there are degens out there buying chests just to get their gamble on? Or is it just the rental services building inventory? I don't think it's always the fact that chests are positive EV. But sometimes it is. And a petty theft. That's fine. Just don't draw the house. Just don't draw the house. Okay. Okay. We're gonna, I guess I gotta make the land drop. Have to, but then I have to use Wishclaw. We also have 6, 7, 8, 10. 8. 6 mat. We're 1 shy of Pier. Three, 6, 7, 1 mana. I don't know what the best way to sequence this is, honestly. I think I'm gonna just go for it off of Wishclaw with the land drop available. I think that's the best. Let's go. Let's go YOLO. Uh-huh. Immediate land. Immediate double land. Come on. Alright. They already used petty theft. We gotta hope they don't have a second petty theft. We also could have just echoed. Maybe that was best. Like, echoing with a Wishclaw on board. Pretty good. Had to have used 5 of our 10 mana. Yeah, I think that would have been better. But I just want to make a house, man. Just want to make a house. If they don't have any more, if they have no way to do something about Bolas, they're not in a good position. We're probably still gonna win. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Alright, they put themselves under grid. That's pretty good. So, oops. It's free, Tony. How the card works. We have 1 fetch land in the deck. I'm actually going to use Candy Trail. Life gain synergy. Let's play Petal. Oh, heck yeah. Cast this, trigger on the stack. Yep, let's get rid of that one. That's decent. Kyle Saunders. Hey, quick question. Okay. Are you ever on Arena? No. No, I am not. Looks so terrible every time I see it. Alright, we got him. We got him pretty good. Can we pull it off again? Can we go undefeated against this deck? Or is this the 3rd time we played it? No, we're 1-1 against them. Alright, can we go 2-1 against Scaminator? Why are there 63 cards? Did we not take the welders out? Or did they just get put back in because Moto is Moto? Right? Trying to revisit Storm on timeless format on Arena. It looks like a pretty, cool format. I just don't want to interact with Arena. His hand is keepable, I guess. It's not. What's this deck around? What do you mean, what is it around? What is it played around? What is the cost around? Oh, that was a great draw. Was a great draw. Question becomes, do we play Wishclaw or do we Cabal Therapy? I'm gonna Wishclaw. Nice. Like, what is this deck? I've never seen or played it. It's not necessarily a real deck. It's an attempt to make a Welder Bolas Citadel Storm deck. It is reasonable because at its core it's just Saga Storm, which is good. But you're not an ad nauseum deck, and you're playing some fun things. Playing Welder, playing Bolas, and playing some things that kind of synergize with that. But adding another color is always a bit tough with Saga Storm. Playing Welder, of which is a 1/1, a Bowmaster's World, is tough. But if you're a good Storm player, you will win a lot of games with it. It's not just like complete jank, right? Because there's enough just like powerful or things that it's doing. That you can kind of lean on. Like, we're going to have Cabal Therapy into Bolas if we want it. It'll probably be better to just try and beat them up with tokens. Well, less fun. Considerably less fun. Last time I had that choice, I went for the combo and we killed them on the spot, which was, and certainly is, more fun. To do this now. I don't not have to do it now. It's a 5/5, soon to be 6/6/7/7. Get in for 3. Cabal Therapy Synergy could be incoming. There it's 16. We draw Wishclaw. You have 3, 4, 5, 8, 9 mana. You need 10 mana to appear. There's a Bowmaster too that we would have to kill, so that's not going to work. I mean, I think I'm just supposed to make tokens here. You could get a protected Bolas out there, but all it takes is a couple lands, and you're in trouble. I do think it's just another LED. We already have a bunch of action. Like, Candy Trail would not be bad. There are other things I'd like to find, but for the most part, I think I just want more. I mean, more mana to support the action that I already have. Jumpers, they only have 2 cards. I did submit 63. So I must have just, like, in my head taken out the welders, but I didn't actually do it. Or Moto screwed up and plugged them back in. Or I misclicked. I don't know. They do seem to be dying to constructs a lot. Shuffled. They're gonna be pretty dead soon. I had to use the restroom before the last match. You have a wasteland. Fine. Really do anything? Not attacking. Okay. Oh, pretty good. Double jumping. Let's find out. I don't think having 9/9s is really going to change much, if anything. Double jump. Love to see it. Now, again, the fun thing is the Cabal Therapy. But let's just win. Lethal on board in more ways than one. Yep. Okay, now they're down to one card. So go red. Let's get in. They block with Bowman. B6, 7, 8. 7 mana post Wishclaw if we want to use one of these Wishclaws to get LED. Don't have lethal. Again, solid Bolas line, but I think it's an unnecessary risk. Probably draw a card and scoop here. Now at this point, if they make a Bowmasters to block again... Are you kidding me? That's your draw? Wow. Okay. So now we're probably going to echo. Just outrage. Just some good old outrage. LED, please. 3, 4, 5, 4. They have one card. If we pass, there's definitely a pretty decent chance they make a Bowmasters and then, like, we're done for. Also a pretty low chance that we actually get there. We echo here. We only have 1 mana post echo, no land drop. But we have to hope they can't make a thing. Like, we need to take another draw step. We need to find more mana. I guess I couldn't. No, I couldn't. They make a Bowmaster here, then sure. You got it. Alright, we go to 5. I suppose they could also now have a Force Blue card. But also pretty low chance. Alright, that's the sort of thing that we needed to have a shot at this, in my opinion. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. We do have a Bolas. Gets countered by days, and we only have 5. It would be 4 life, so I'm not going to go for that. We are going to echo. Yes, we are. Let's... We'll be fetching. I don't want to echo into my fetchables. Alright, that's the only blue thing in my deck, so I can just use up the blue. Come on. Don't tell me you drew force, a blue card, or a blue card, and then a force. Like your last 3 draws were just force, blue card, explosives. They were not, however, he didn't actually draw anything. What is on the top of our deck? Oh, come on! The humanity! It's so cruel. Oh, what a bummer, man. Can we play against a different deck, please? Just misery. Alright. I'm gonna use the restroom. And we'll come back for the last match. Update that on the record box. Rough stuff. Be right back.
You're still watching. Make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us.
What? What happened? Alright, we're gonna play... We'll play a match in the practice. What happened? I don't know what happened. You just immediately scoop? I'm not gonna start a whole nother league, so... Practice... Due to my inactivity. That's 0 chill. It's possible they're doing some sort of testing. They just didn't want to see whatever they're testing, or didn't want to have it streamed or whatever. Yo, I'm pretty excited about this creator program. Looks like there's going to be a 64 player like monthly tournament. What like format? Or if it's going to be mixed formats, or I don't know. They made it seem like there's going to be a 5K every month of just content creators. Yeah. Modo is launching a creator program in which if you are a content creator, you sign up and they have a monthly 64-person invite-only 5K in prizes for the top 8 event. That will run, it's not going to replace the mocks, it'll like run alongside. It is decent. We can keep this. Planes. Or bring up planes in this economy. Metal's good. Metal is pretty good. Okay. They take Stoneforge. The swords. In case we draw a welder. Wastelanded. Draw mob. Actually pretty good for them. Now any hate piece cannot be touched. Although we're not going to do anything to kill them anyways, so. Ugh. Play it. We draw a mana source, then I can IT for LED, and then we're in reasonable shape if they don't draw sort of hate piece. Silent clearing, so they can try to draw something most likely. Dinosaurs, please. Thank you. You could echo here, but I don't think that's worth it. We'd play this out in front of Athalia, but I don't think we're beating Athalia anyways. So we're gonna have 4, 5, 6. We're gonna be 1 shy of Bolas. So 1 mana and we can Bolas. They did not draw a card with silent clearing. That's kind of scary. Well, because they want a wasteland, so. You could have, like, had a better chance to draw Thalia. And then if you don't, you can wasteland. They are wastelanding. Seem like they have a hate piece. That does not count. Question is, do I want to echo now? I think echoing now is less risky than bolusing next turn. Let's go. Like a red. Guess it won't matter too much. Yeah, I get to have a black and a red. Sure. Turn 4. Land drop available. Huh. This is probably one of the issues with this deck. I mean, it's not meant to be an echo deck. You have one, you know. You can try to go fast in spots that you need to. Are currently dead. You can just search it. Well, Wasteland. Suppose it's technically possible that these sagas can do things. Especially since if they start Wishclawing, then we can use them. But we're definitely behind. Not having a good time. Prelate on 4. Yeah, I don't really care about that too much. Have a chance? See? Kind of, I guess. Let's go. With these petals. I'm trying to think if I can play this other welder. I kind of can. But like, They can flicker wisp this if they want. Swap my Chrome Mox with the pedal. Only they had an artifact in their graveyard. We could somehow manage to thought seize the Aether Vial. I don't know how that interacts. Player controls. Target artifact in that player's graveyard. Sacrifice. Returns the artifact. I think so. I think that would. That'd be weird. I think it would put Vial into play for them and then Wishclaw into my graveyard. I can't go. Artifact a player controls and target artifact in that player's graveyard. So I can't swap it with my own. They had a Vial in their graveyard. I think my Wishclaw would at least go into my graveyard. That's not the case, so there's no. I know I can't swap my Wishclaw with pedal. But how that works. I'm sorry, what did they play? They played Caracas. Did their Flicker Wisp tapped out? These four? No, they played Prelate and they have one unknown. We get Pedal in. Get two Welders going. There are some pretty good draws. Could occur. Nope. And we're not quite dead yet. It's a very serious game going on in the practice room right now. Attack with Prelate. Okay, I was gonna say it's pretty suspect. Coming in with 3. I feel like Candy Trail gaining 3 is going to be really good for us. We can just keep looping it. We're gonna pull ahead with Candy Trail. We can draw experimental synthesizer as well. Forget it. Just forget it. Remember it? Alright, now forget it. Oh. Okay. Alright. They're getting rowdy. Getting rowdy over there. Rathalia. I have Burning Wish is like the only thing, right? Yeah. Or just play through it. They have Caracas. Will be interesting. They're at 17. Make a thing. Might as well do that for the funsies. Second target not controlled by the first. Yeah, they just say get out of here. Let's get out of here with that. Synthesizer? Bobble. Not the worst. I know they can't use it, but I don't want this to go away. Let's make a dude. Get Candy Trail. Don't want these. Badlands. I wasn't supposed to play Badlands. This was supposed to be another saga. Writ, activate, swap. 2 left over for synthesizer. It's gonna be black mana. Left over. All right, so oh, we can get more mana with the other welder. Okay, so let's go red. Swap, Candy Trail. Sorry. Get red afterwards. Okay, so let's go ritual. Priority, activate, swap with Petal. Petal gets in. We'll get. I think we get synthesizer. Could just get Burning Wish. We'll get Greaves. Play it. Back with 2 constructs. Play it. Think about the synthesizer. LED maybe? Dark red, so we can swap synthesizer with Petal. Dark red. That does too much for us, but swamp. Play dark red, I can, and then I can play Bobble and play Candy Trail, or I can just play Bobble. It's a weird spot. Definitely a weird spot to be in. They have a swords. They have a swords. It's taking 7. Should have bobbled. Well, probably should have bobbled. Oh my god, this is why I hate D&T. I just a bunch of creatures. Like, this is my actual nightmare. The construct. Also have a swords. These welders might just take over the game. I'm going to start getting some serious value here. And once I hit Greaves and I can suit one of these up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Problem is I can only gain so much with Candy Trail, I guess, huh? And now our blocker's gone. So now we're down to 2. Maybe we can pull off some sort of Tendrils nonsense here. Let's see. Get Bobbly. Excuse me. It's lagging a lot. Forceful Cleric. That's a pretty good one. We are lagging a lot. They're at 10. Raucous is now tapped, but they do have Mom. We got a big construct. Wishclaw. On LED. Okay. Gaining life from this. Swap with synthesizer. Or no, I should have gained the life instead. Yeah, it was inconsequential. The life gain is relevant. It was bad. It was bad. 2, 3, 4. Go up. Up. Another card. Okay. Can't cast it. Yeah, I'm forgetting about that part. I think we're done for 3, 4, 5, 4. A 3 drop, which is like Reeves. I could gain some life. Yeah. Even if we gain life there, we're dead. I hate D&T, man. Alright, we want a Braid. We want Chaos Defiler. We want Fatal Pushes. Feed the Swarm. Paramite. 6 cards. I think we just cut Welder Reeves. Definitely a Reeves can be good with the sagas, but you have to deal with some amount of Mind Break Trap. I think I run it like this. I don't think that was well played, but I also don't really think we had an out. Probably should have just scooped earlier. Right, when the die roll, hand echoes. Right, let's go. Spin it. It's a win it, baby. Surgical, Bolas, or LED? Hit LED. Oh. Pretty good. Storm is 6, they're at 18. LED is going to be tough. I'll play out this Wishclaw. It's pretty bad though. Value on top. Do a fatal push. I can use this one. Shouldn't have done it yet, but easy. Come on, bruh. Bruh. So, Great Furnace. Copy Saga. Only way out. Thalia. Wasteland for a first saga. Let's go Stoneforge. Okay. Fatal push for that. Bummer I can't cast anything else. Let's have to. Yep, Saga down. Thalia in. Even a removal is interesting. One. Just play battle. I'm gonna end step a dark ritual, just get it out of her hand. Try to get hellbent. come on, bro. And this is a random 7 that we gave them. Their random 7 was Deafening Silence into, I guess they played Stoneforge. Why did they play Stoneforge when they had Athalia? Trying to get their threat on board. Come on. Ridiculous. Alright, now our only chance is drawing another non-artifact land. Can't. No, I guess we can technically feed the Swarm Stony Silence. Get non-artifact Black Source, which would then unlock the Haywire Might for Deafening Silence, but it's just so... It's like probably below 1%. Stoneforge did not hit. We get Trail. Need the card selection. Those are not going to do it. Have any Ancient Tombs. That's it. This was a ridiculous hand to echo our opponent into. Absolutely ridiculous. That whole league was ridiculous. Just 3 matches of Scaminator. What was the other one? I forget. But then the person who scooped to us. Yeah, that was not exactly your average experience. Although, with how much Scaminator is going to be, that's probably going to be your average experience, right? Kind of a bummer. Bug Beans, right? Yeah, which is also just like a very similar... We just played against Tempo 4 times. Really? Can we just have some fun? Like once? More than once, but at least once? We did get to do the thing. We did it once. So, there's that. You know? We had fun. Hope you had fun. I do, of course, want to thank our sponsors, KMC, Moxfield, Card Hoarder, and I do want to remind you that I have my own YouTube. In fact, anywhere you want to search for me, any platform, it's TonyScapone, one word. You'll find my YouTube, plenty of sweet, mostly Storm, but also combo adjacent content there, as well as my Twitch, where you'll see me stream live. I have a Patreon where you'll find various sideboard guides, lists, articles for a lot of the stuff that I've created. And in addition to that, I did start a podcast called Brews of Paradise that is mainly focused on nitty-gritty strategy or higher level play, with oftentimes a leaning on it. It is skewed towards brewing as well, but it's myself, Killaby, Punishing Waterfalls, and Newton. We're 6 episodes in, so it's on really any major platform. If you have some sort of podcast platform, you can't find it, let me know. I will make sure it gets on there, but it should be on there. But that is about all I got. If you want more content like this, you can watch Jordan on Thursday night. I think like the morning of, or maybe the day before, the Epic Storm YouTube puts out a, we put out a poll, and you get to kind of have a say in what Jordan plays, so that's pretty cool. I could be streaming tomorrow morning around 11 a.m. Eastern on Twitch, so check me out. That's it. This deck is a little better than this made it seem. You know, it's not like spectacular. Any of the real Saga Storm lists are going to be more competitive, but it is super fun. It is definitely super fun. But I'll have to work on it a little bit. Admittedly, I didn't really work on it too much since the last time that I played it. I just kind of threw it back on there, threw a Chaos Defiler in the mix, made sure we're on the Leyline Helm. We did feel competitive against Scaminator, like as competitive as this could be. It wasn't just a complete landslide. Those were really close matches, so. Alrighty then. I'll see y'all next time. Until then, keep storming. Oh, and join the YouTube here. You get all sorts of sweet perks for that. It doesn't cost much. Helps out the Epic Storm team. Check it out. Peace out.